Hello, and welcome to another race at the circuit of the Spa. And today we're racing at Belgium at Division 2 with 17 drivers on the grid today. So let's go through this grid because it's so strong. DTR brand, the current championship leader, in having a 1-point lead ahead to Peter Vol, who is not being able to attend today because he injured his foot. So get well soon, Peter. Hopefully we see you on track soon to battle Brand for the championship. So we definitely going to keep an eye on Brand today if he managed to score some good points and extend his lead in the championship standings. So currently the reserves of today, it's Billy, Stewart, RPM, KFK, FC. Owen is a reserve as well, so let's see all the tire choices from all the drivers. Owen currently on the mediums, all the others have started on the soft tire. I think the soft medium strategy will be the quickest without any safety cars. Because those medium tires will definitely come alive after 6-7 laps compared to the softs. So it's going to be very exciting. One of the tricky circuits as well, because those curbs, especially in turn 5 and 6, are really slippery. So let's see what all the drivers can do. All the drivers are heading out now for their first laps. So let's see who can surprise us today with a good pole. My pole prediction time, as mentioned in the D2 chat, is a 42 flats from the drivers. Let's see if they can manage to grab that time. So let's stay on board with one of the AlphaTauris, who is going to be the first one. I think it's Alex. Really quick driver as well. And the battle for P3 in the driver championship is going between Ben, Stavrolis and Lancy. So really close on points. I think Lancy is currently sitting in P3 at the moment. Let's grab those standings while we're waiting for the first drivers to set a lap time. Lancy is currently in P3 in the championship with 74 points, and there's already one in the wall, and that's Alex. Oh, he spun already out of the last corner at the bus stop chicane. Lost it on traction, a really difficult part of the circuit to get the traction right. But let's see who is going to be the first one to set a lap time. And it's Billy is already invalidating his lap, and right behind him we have Stewart, who is going to set a sector 1 time of a 30.9, currently of course a purple sector, and he mentioned in the chat that he's going to be happy with it 42.5. So let's see if he managed to get that time on the boards to challenge the top drivers today as a reserve. That will be very interesting to see. Currently, about the driver standings, we have Stavrolis winning the last race at Austria, not being able to attend, so very unfortunate for Stavrolis. He was gaining a lot of points the last races. And we have in 4th place, missing the last 5th place, missing the last 2 races of this season, Austria and Singapore, Ben, who managed, before that he managed 2 podium positions, and he's currently sitting in P5 on the driver standings, just 1 point behind his teammate Stavrolis, and 8 points behind Lancy. So Ben needs to outscore Lancy to take P3 in the championship, and I think Stewart is going for another lap. Let's see, right behind we have Owen on the medium tire. He is crossing and grabbing an invalidation in the last corner. Really unfortunate for him. And right behind we have RPM, KFK. I just call him KFC because that's really easy. And a 43.1 for KFC. And Cassell is just right behind him as well. 4 tenths away. Michaels is 7 tenths away from the top right now. Lancey goes second fastest in the Red Bull. 2 tenths away from KFC, and Bompton goes second now in the Haas. Really good lap from the Haas driver. And let's see who's next. And it's Ticket going in the first driver within the 42s. What a lap by Ticket as a banker. Good lap. He told us he's going to be slow around this circuit, but at his banker lap he's not showing he's slow at the moment. And Quina dives into the pits. And let's have a look at the current Constructor Championship. The Mercedes team is leading by 150 points, ahead of the Aston Martin team by 17 points in the championship. And right behind them we have the Alpine team, only 4 points behind the Aston Martins. Oh, Donkey Dan is on his hot lap, seeing some traffic in front, but the Aston Martin goes out of the way nicely, and Stewart goes second fastest on his second run on these tires. Look at Donkey, he sets a purple sector 2. What can Donkey do in the last sector? Again, he has some traffic ahead of him, and there's an Alfa Romeo going out of his way. He really got some problems with that, and his traction is going very well. And Donkey Dan goes fastest with a 142.6 as a banker for Donkey. Good lap by the Williams driver, the champion of last season. Currently in the championship he's not going well at this moment. He's currently in P9 with only 39 points, so his championship defense is not going well at the moment. Of course we have 4 rounds to go with Spa included, but he needs to win all the races to even make a chance to finish in the top 3. Look at the championship leader DTR Brand, but he invalidated his first lap, so he will be going for another one if he has enough fuel. Other drivers on a hot lap, who's on a hot lap at the moment. KFC is going for a run on those mediums, and the top 2 are really close, within a tenth of a second. And I think Brent is diving into the pit, so he is going to pit for some fresh tires. And who will be the surprise of the day? Quina is just going to start his hot lap. Let's follow the Red Bull driver on track. Heading into turn 1. He goes a little wide, outbrakes himself, and a little hard on the traction, and he's in the wall. Oh, unfortunate for Quina. Oh, he made a big mistake out of turn 1. Really lost it on the traction. Also one of the corners where the traction is hard to manage. So next driver I think is going to be Tankgate, who will be the next driver to go for a hot lap. So let's stay on board with the Williams. Currently one of the drivers will have set a lap at the moment, so he will be preparing himself for a good lap. Will he be able to catch the time of his teammate Donkey? A 142.6. Let's stay on board with the Williams. Switching back to first gear. Got the traction right. Heading through Rouge. It's flat around this track with these cars. And heading to one of the tricky spots of the circuit where you can easily lose your car. But Tankade is keeping it clean. A purple sector 1 for him. Look at Tankade. Oh, big of oversteering moment there, hitting the wall, but hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that. Yeah, he has. So that's his lap done. And right behind him we have one of the Red Bulls. I think it's going to be Lancey, currently sitting in P7. Let's stay on board with one of the Red Bull drivers. Lancey is currently one of the P3 defenders from Division 2. The fight for P3 is really nice. The purple sector 2, he's 3.5 10 up. Lancey would definitely go into the 142s as it stands. And he might be even going for a second row as it stands. So let's see. Heading through the bus stop chicane. Lancey, what can he do? Picking up the DRS, heading on to the main straight, and he goes even quicker in the last sector, 42.7, and that's only 81 thousandths away from the top of the field. That's a really impressive lap from Lancey. He had some practice yesterday with D1. So let's see. I think he's one of the Alpines. Famrout is going to cross the line, but he is going to start another lap. And so is one of the Alfa Romeos. And Ben is going to cross the line. He is going to a 42.5. And that's the professional pole time. Still 5 tenths away from my predicted pole time. And I have a friend request from Price Phantom. So hopefully he can join me on co-commentating. So I'll be right back into the stream. And Ticket is improving as well. Let's see, Ticket improving by 1.5 10, and Ticket loses a lot of time into the last sector, and he improves by just a small margin. And I'm going to invite Price into my party. And Brent goes even quicker now, a 142.3. Amazing job by the current championship leader. And Price has joined us. Welcome, Price. Welcome, Price. I will invite you to the lobby so you can actually see us racing.
Thank you.
And Brent is currently in P1 and it starts raining. So I think this is going to be a qualifying session because the grip is going to degrade right now.
Yeah, this is going to really affect some of the drivers who haven't set laps, because now there's no grip and there's not much time left in qualifying. So I don't think they'll have another chance at setting a dry lap. So it might be it for them.
Yes, welcome. You have been a bit late, but
It was.
you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Let's have a good race. What are your predictions for today? Knowing all the drivers now, you have commentated the last 2 races. I'd like to hear your predictions, to be honest.
Well,
you're not in the lobby right now in qualifying, but Brent is on a 42.3, 2.5 tenths away from Ben. Donkey Dan is in P3, 3 tenths away in qualifying, but the grid in the top 5 is really close, within 5 tenths on this long track.
reading from messages on Discord, Brent says it wasn't his best track, so there might be a chance he won't win today's race, since his championship rival P is in today's race, unlike last week, and he is only leading the championship by 1 point this race.
Okay, interesting.
So he might have a chance taking the spot. Well, I don't think. Never mind. I don't think Pete is in today's race.
Yeah, I don't know what the race conditions will be in the race. I haven't heard anything from that, to be honest. So yeah, we just have to wait. I think a few drivers are going just. I think it stopped raining, or no, it's not stopped raining. Are you in the lobby already?
Yeah, I am. I'm here. And IB is out of the session.
Yeah, I think he retired. I think the grip is just degrading a lot compared to the start of this qualifying session, so I don't think they will be able to improve.
Yes, I did. Brent retired. Yeah, I need to do something, so I'll have to leave you in silence for a bit longer.
Sorry?
I need to quickly do something.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, never mind. Quinn's around. He's spun. He's in the wall. Slippery.
Yeah, the track's really slippery right now. And he retired on track. I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, no problem. Quinna retired on track. I don't think that's allowed, to be fair. So Quinna, don't do that next time. Just drive to the pits. You might hinder any drivers on their fast laps. The track is really getting wet right now, so I don't think drivers will be able to improve their lap times. I think it's just a matter of time to end. Oh, look at Vanbrod. He is sliding everywhere, and no, there's not going to be an improvement for the Alpine driver. He's currently sitting in P13. Not going to be happy with his qualifying performance, but at least he can choose to go for that alternate strategy, going for the medium soft. That's interesting. What do you think, Phantom? I think you're back, or?
Oh, I don't know actually. It's going to be a tough one, since Belgium is very common for rain, as I saw in Division 5's race yesterday. It can just change at any stage. Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes to race, it'll just change instantly from dry to wet. So yeah, it's really just all to be played for.
Yeah, what do you think if it stays dry? What do you think the fastest strategy will be?
If it stays dry, I'm guessing the fastest strategy may be medium softs, since you can gain a lot of time on the softs here, since it is quite a straight line track. There's only a few turns that are heavy, and it won't affect the tyre wear that much.
Well, let's go through the qualifying standings. Brent taking pole position. He's looking very good so far to extend his championship lead. Ben into P2, Donkey in P3, Ticket in 4, Lancy in 5th, Owen in 6th, Stewart in P7. A good qualifying from Stewart as a reserve. Michael in 8th, Billy in 9, RPM KFC in 10, Bompton in 11, Swifty Ryan in 12, Famrod in 13, Cassell in 14, Tankade in 15, Quinna in 16, and Alex spun already on his first proper qualifying lap. So, seeing this grid, I'm going to head back to your predictions. What do you think? Will Brent bring it home, or what are your podium predictions?
From the past other races that I've commentated for DTR,
oh, I heard. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Rain at the start of the race, says Brent in the YouTube chat. So it's going to be slidey on dry setups.
Well, I've got a problem here. For some reason I'm in a McLaren at the back of the grid.
Oh.
So I may need to cause a bit of a disturbance by retiring.
Yeah, just drive behind everyone and just retire in the pits. I think that's the best option.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Because if you retire on track, you can cause a safety car. So just drive one lap and retire in the pits.
Try not to disturb the drivers as much.
Yeah, just stay at the back. Just.
But anyway, predictions. Yes.
Don't brake too late in turn 1, please. We don't want a Hulkenberg, you know, flying over their cars.
You want to do a Roman Grosjean by just killing about 5 people.
Yeah. All right.
Brent from the past races, he is in good content for a podium, so
yeah, definitely.
I think he'll get on the podium unless he crashes.
Yeah, it's going to be very slippery at the start of this race. I think everyone chose to go for the Intis. Look at the. It's going to be very interesting. Who are known good rain drivers? I think Ben is a really good rain driver on this game. So I think Ben could definitely challenge Brent for that win today. And also RPM KFC, he's currently in 10th place, but I've raced him in D1 at Singapore and he took pole in a rainy Singapore session. So I think RPM KFC is also a really quick driver in the rain, so I'm really expecting a lot from him to make up some positions. Let's go for my podium predictions. I think Ben is going to win. Brent will be in P2. And I think going for a wild card on the podium is going to be Michael. Michael Tip is going to grab a podium.
Well, from the past races, Michael is quite a decent driver, although he missed out on Austria because he was collected in a crash in T1.
Yeah.
But he's a good contender for podium, and I think he might be able to get there if he keeps his chill, because Singapore was a bit of a dry, wet race. And he managed to keep score, although he did give himself wing damage at one point. He managed to collect and pretty much come back to get on the podium.
Yeah, really great. I think we're also going to keep an eye on the reserves of today. Owen in P6, Stewart in P7, and it's Billy in P9. So that's impressive by the lower division drivers. So let's keep an eye on them as well. But will they be able to manage these race pace with the Division 2 drivers? That's you can have a good qualifying lap, but if you don't have the race pace to match them, then it's nothing. Well, we have the current leaders, Brent, picking up his position at the start. And you have to drive one lap behind everyone, right?
Yeah.
Just stay right behind them. And Brent is saying the rain will end in 5 minutes, so we will have early pit stops. Will they go for hard tires? Will they go for mediums? It's going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay, let's go. We have 5 red lights going off in 1 second, and off we go. We have a really good start from Brent, and look at the slip. Retracts. A really good start from Brent, and Donkey Down already on the inside of Ben, but Ben managed to go on the outside and defend his position, going side by side with Ben. At the moment, Donkey Down going side by side through a Rouge, and we have Ben is going to go, and we have a spin out. Donkey Down gets in the wall, and he is collected. And we have already 3 drivers out of this race, and we already have a virtual safety car being deployed. 3 drivers out, and a Rouge taking too many risks destroys your whole race.
You also have to be very careful on first laps in Spa, because one car goes and the rest of it in the row does as well.
Especially in this tricky conditions. Ben was ahead of Donkey. Why on earth are you keeping your car there? That's not smart racing from Donkey. He definitely destroyed his own race. Of course, Ben wants to give him room, but if you're ahead in a Rouge, just back off. If you're behind, I mean, just back off. Don't take too many risks. The race is long, 22 laps. And we already have 3 drivers out: Donkey Dan, Owen and Lancy. Lancy will not be happy about this, because he is fighting for P3 in the championship. And that's a spot in the champions race.
He's not going to be particularly happy about it today, as it's going to really. It's near the end of the season, and he's going to need to get those points as much as he can to really secure a good place in the championship standings.
Yes, and we all know that DTR is at the end. At the end of the season, we have a champion race, a race of champions, and that's only for P1 to P3 in the championship. So he will be very unlucky with this one.
To watch him if he gets in.
Definitely, we have a full safety car right now, so I think you can go into the pits.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Look at this man in the McLaren, giving him some stream time.
Oh, there I am, I'm out.
Yeah.
Back up
Well, let's have a look at who won the most positions after this start. Stewart into P4, and Brent. What happened to Brent? He fell back into P4. And Brent losing, the only driver losing positions at the moment. Stewart, really impressive from him so far, currently in P3, winning 4 positions on the grid. And in lap 1 we have already lost 3 drivers and only 14 are left.
Going to be particularly interesting if there was only a safety car on the first lap, so you can tell the drivers are getting hungry near the end of the season, and so you have to really hope for action, considering that it is, you know, round 9 near the end of the season.
Yeah, currently Brent is in the championship battle with Peter Vol, only a gap of 1 point. Unfortunately for Peter, he is not being able to attend, so Brent needs to score some good points today. So will he be taking any risks, because everyone counts.
All he really cares is getting a good points position, because he is only 1 point ahead of his championship rival, and if he doesn't really gain points and then his championship rival turns up to the next race, he's going to be panicking quite a lot.
Yeah, I know Brent is really quick around Baku, so I think he might be even quicker than me. In the esports chat he was talking about a 37.5 on that track, and that's not even my TT time, so he might be scoring some really good points next race. But how good does it feel when you have a good gap going to Baku, which is one of your favorite tracks?
He must hope if he has a good gap, he'll be feeling delighted with his position. As long as he can do well in today's race, I think he should be cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. And Michael is diving into the pits. What tire is he choosing? Let's see. It will be drying up within a few laps of time, but I don't think it's dry enough for the slicks. So this is a big risk to take.
Well, it did work with one of the
yes,
drivers.
He is going for slick tires.
It worked with one of the drivers yesterday.
So is Quinner.
Hammers UK in Division 5. He went on intermediates quite early, and as the safety car ended, it began raining, so he managed to secure the race win because of it.
It's a big risk, because you don't have any grip on these tires right now. Look, it's still raining, so it's a big risk from the drivers. It has to stop raining right now.
Also on slicks, he's on the medium tires, so yet again another risk from him.
Yeah, so is Quinner. Yeah. It has to stop raining I think it has to stop raining now to make the track even drier, but it's really risky if the safety car goes in right now.
Yeah, you have to really put a big gamble on this if you want to play your cards right. But I do see the skies getting a bit lighter, so hopefully their gamble does pay off. But the track will stay a bit wet after it stops raining, so hopefully for them they can manage to even out before the others.
Yeah, and then don't forget, you have to bring those tires on the right temperature. That's really hard with slick tires on a wet track. So not even it's slippery for them, but it's also hard to keep the temperature on the right tire.
As Michael, he has to turn the steering wheel quite a lot to keep his car in shape and in grip.
Yeah, and the safety car. Oh, interesting. And it stopped raining. I think it stopped raining. Let's see on the drivers. Yes, it's only the wheels are. I think the rain has stopped.
It's not so sure. I think it has stopped, so maybe he was a bit right on the gamble. But it might affect him
but
via
I think you need 2-3 laps to clear the track. So let's see how it pays out for those drivers. So let's follow Ben on his restart of this session. Where is he going? He's going to the bus stop chicane right now. And I think he's taking a really slidey, but he goes really good. And look at everyone going into the pit lane. Ben is the only driver to continue on these inters. So Michael. Oh, Michael will be happy. But let's keep an eye. Yeah, let's keep an eye on Michael's pace compared to Ben.
Oh,
and I think
10 is on the intermediate tires. He's staying on the wets.
Oh, I think he made a small mistake going into the pit lane. Look at Michael. He's still losing some time to Ben, losing 0.5 of a second. So these inters are definitely. Oh, Michael is gaining now. Michael is gaining. So it's time for the medium tires. It's time for the medium tires. So I think the gamble from the drivers to go on the mediums or the slick tires is the right gamble. And look at Michael, as predicted, on the podium. And as you said, a good gamble.
And Stewart's disconnected.
Let's see Brent. Brent is definitely putting the pressure on Famrod.
This is a bit of a problem for Stewart. He is still in the race and he is sadly disconnected, and so his AI has taken over and is significantly slower for his division. So it's Billy in the Ferrari reserving. He will definitely get past him, and Stewart's going to lose some positions here because of it. But on the plus side for the people in front,
Quinna's out! Quinna's out in sector 3, and we have a virtual safety again, and we have a full safety car. Second safety car. Oh, this will help Ben. Or not.
So as I was saying,
I think this will help Ben to go for the slick tires.
Since Stewart needs to try to reconnect quickly, this safety car may help him, as he needs to get back into his car.
I'm going to invite him. Yeah, I re-invited him. So, and where will Ben go?
He's in the pit lane.
He's in the pit lane, yeah. And I think Stewart already. Is Stewart even losing connection? I don't think he is actually. His car is. Oh, the ghosting is off, of course.
Ben does manage to get out in a alright position.
Yeah, in P3. So he's going to be very happy about this one. I think he needs to thank Stewart for this one.
Yeah, he must do, since although he disconnected, his AI managed to slow up the rest of the grid. So, on the plus side for him, the AI has really helped him out in this situation.
Oh yeah, he's in AI. So Michael currently leading. So the gamble paid off for him.
Yeah, he is currently behind.
I don't think he will be happy. about this safety car, because if there was no safety car, he had like a massive gap because he pitted earlier.
And he has currently got DTR's teammate Tick behind him, who last race tragically crashed out at the end of the safety car, so there was no safety car for his crash. And it left DTR on his own for the Constructors' Championship, so that's not going to be good for Mercedes. But hopefully if Tick manages to keep his cool today, he can get some points and get the Mercedes team some championship standing points.
Yeah, but then don't count out Brent. Don't count him out. He's really quick. He's also an esports driver of DTR, so Brent is going to get those guys in front of him as quick as possible. But if they stay in the DRS, there will be a DRS train ongoing. Will he run a setup with low downforce? That's also really tricky.
He was significantly quickly in Singapore. He managed to get just a few second lead off the people behind in just a few corners at Singapore. So he's really going to have a Lewis push here.
Stewart is overtaking Ben. What's happening?
And I think the safety car is staying out for another lap.
Yeah.
So this will give everyone a chance. 10's now on the slick, so perhaps it was a mistake by him. And
yeah, the safety car helped him.
It really helped him get his width right, so hopefully he can stay behind. People are getting really close. Swifty and Bomp getting really close together in the safety car.
I'm going to the toilet for a minute, so go ahead.
Alright. So, as the cars continue in the order, Michael, the good old Czech Schumacher, is nicely leading this race. As said before, he is a podium placer. He was on the podium in Singapore, and he crashed out in Austria because he was just collected in a torpedo move by one of the drivers. Pretty sure it was Pham. But on the plus side, he is leading currently, and all he needs to do is worry about the Mercedes of Tick, Ben, and DTR Brent, who, like I said before, he's an esports driver, so he is quick around tracks, and so if he can keep Brent behind, it can do him a favour to try to get the win. But he has more than 10 laps to go, so that gap is fading. Unless Brent crashes out, in that case it'll do good for him, but not so good for Brent, as he is currently in a championship battle with an Alpine driver, Pete.
So,
I'm pretty sure the safety car is in this lap.
yeah, everyone has chosen the same strategy, to be honest. Everyone on the mediums, but will they be able to stretch it till the end on these tires? Michael is on 2 lap old mediums because he pitted 1 lap earlier than the rest. But everyone is on the same strategy, so that is going to be very interesting, because who has the best pace in the dry conditions? We're going to find out as Michael is warming up his tires and leading the whole pack. The safety car will be going in this lap, and
he's probably going to try catch out Tick to try get a better launch when we start going green, since he is just waiting for the safety car to get into that pit lane. And the safety car's now getting into the pit lane. He's going to try go at any chance he can.
And he's already going. A really good choice from him to already go. Now he needs to focus on that good exit out of the bus stop chicane. And Michael has a good restart, but Ticket is on his tails. A really good start from Michael, and Ticket was awake as well.
Yeah, as they come down into turn 1, now coming up to Eau Rouge. Hopefully there is no contact. Billy and Stewart are side by side, the AI of Stewart, as now people are passing him coming up to Eau Rouge. So, hey, that's going to be not good for anybody behind.
Oh, KFC took a lot of curb on the inside. And going side by side with the Ferrari of Belly. Going side by side into turn 5. And look at Stewart. What? Oh, God, that AI is dangerous. And look at
Billy.
KFC really late braking.
Billy did tap, I think, RPM, but I don't think he has any damage. So it was a bit of a maniacal move by one of the drivers to try and make that into 3 wide in that turn, since it is a tricky turn and it will easily catch you off guard. So it was a risk, but it paid off for both drivers against the AI.
And Brent is on the inside of Stewart. And oh! Is Stewart back?
It's side by side, they do touch on the way out, so...
I think Stewart is back.
Case wasn't that happy. Stewart is not back since there's
no
next one. He's still following the AI line, but anyways,
Casel's
a 5-second time penalty for illegal.
And Michael's out. No, Michael!
Michael is out.
Oh no! Oh, he made a mistake.
He's still in the race.
He's still in the race, but he damaged his front wing, so he needs to have another safety car. He pushed too much.
Pace is unluckily now on 8 seconds of penalties. So he was corner cutting, and he also was given a penalty for illegal overtake. He probably thought he deserved the position, but the game decided that it wasn't his position at all. And he's probably now just going to hold up Brent, keep him behind, as Swifty also gets a penalty. But they're coming up to Eau Rouge. Casey. Oh, that's a bump, spun around, I think. There was a yellow sector line and he'd slowed down quite significantly. So I think he had a spin there.
Well, Ben is closing in to Ticket. Look at the lead. The battle for the lead between the Mercedes and the Aston Martin. P1 and P2 in the constructors, so every point counts. With the teammate of Ben not attending today, Ticket and Brent are currently within the points. And Ticket is leading.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to leave you for a second since my dog needs feeding, so I will be right back.
No worries. DTR Brent is closing in to Cassell, who has a 3-second time penalty, or maybe even more, 8 seconds already. Everyone on the same strategy, on the same medium strategy at the moment. Michael has pitted for a new front wing and new tires. So where will we end up? Brent is closing in to Cassell, but Cassell is really good on the race pace as well today. So he's 2.6 seconds away from P5. So Brent needs to make up some positions right now, because if he wants to grab a podium, he needs to pick up the pace as a championship leader. But we all know Brent, one of the quickest drivers of this division and maybe even of this league. So Brent is closing in to Cassell, and the DRS is enabled, I think. So he has a good launch, going through a Rouge, picking up the slipstream, not using any DRS right now, so he definitely has a good launch. And will the DRS be enabled on this lap? I don't think it will. Yes, it will. So this is an easy pass for Brian. And he managed to get back to P6. Well, Tankgate and Swifty Ryan having a battle right behind them. And Tankgate moves up to P8. So that safety car definitely helped him to get back into the race. And Stewart and Bompton are both Haas drivers not really happy. And let's have a look at the battle at the front. Ben really looking to make a move on Ticket. He is closing in, only within 0.2 of a second. So we have
I've come back to some nice action, as RPM's also closing in on the battle. So this is going to be a three-way battle if he gets close enough to the Aston Martin or the Mercedes.
Really
coming up to
really nice.
Particular nice spot for drivers to try overtake at high speed. They come up to turn 18, the chicane. Iben might try a move down here if he's close enough. He doesn't go for a move, sticking behind to play the long game, perhaps getting trying to get his DRS up the straight and up Eau Rouge. He gets the DRS coming down into turn 1.
Now it's all closing in.
He's still behind as they come through turn 1, now coming up to the infamous Eau Rouge. If he's using ERS to try catch Tick, who is also using ERS to defend. He deactivates the ERS.
This will be the move. Oh, Benny! Oh shit! And look at RPM. He is closing in now. But look at Ben. He is still within the tail. But there's not going to be. Is it going to be an overtake into turn 5? Going side by side with Ticket. Oh, Ben gets moved on. And still going side by side. Oh! Really clean racing.
He could have done a killing move there.
Look at Ben. Giving each other space. That's all what matters.
This is critical racing. I think here's going to be his corner as he backs out.
Oh, really nice racing.
RPM's loving the show from afar as Iben's getting close. Tick gets a better corner though. He's got
a little bit of
grip
oversteer.
As they are coming down into the split S.
But this battle will allow RPM, KFK, I just call him KFC, this better. He's closing in. He's just enjoying the battle in front, saving up some ERS to go for the right moment.
He has the DRS on them currently, so if he keeps in the DRS, he can just stick.
He definitely will.
The group in front. And since they two are fighting for position, so they're using ERS to fight each other. And since they're using ERS, he'll be saving it, and so he'll just activate his. Oh, it's a bit of contact.
Bit of contact.
He doesn't get any wing damage, and he doesn't spin IB, so they're gonna continue the fight. But RPM is definitely getting close, as we saw from the contact there.
And Ticket needs to defend now from 2 drivers, but oh, he has a really good exit out of turn 1. But
he's
now
using ERS to try to get away, but he's got to worry about the DRS used by IB. He's already using his DRS.
This is going to be an overtake. This is going to be an overtake. On the outside, going Ben.
On the outside once again, coming into turn 5.
Yeah, makes the move done.
Swifty, no, not Swifty. Someone's round.
Swifty left the session. Swifty. He left the session, so I think he disconnected. But Ben takes over the lead of this Grand Prix.
I sadly missed that.
We're halfway there. 11 laps.
On a prayer.
Oh, he runs right. Definitely picked up a warning for that. So Ben needs to be careful on the track limits.
He shifted down to 6th, so that tells us that his tyres are starting to give up, as that corner is usually in 7th gear if you want to get quick through there in the fast left. So he is definitely losing grip, and he will probably need to box soon for some new tyres, since his battle has been highly draining for the
but he's
tyre wear.
Full tanks up on his previous lap, so he's pushing. I think there's more for Ben. But
Case gets another penalty.
With this DRS train within the top 3, I think we will have a battle till the end. It depends who will be the best on the tires. I think KFC is just waiting for the right moment to make an overtake.
Yeah, in this situation you really have to play the long game if you want to get ahead, since tyres really care about this track.
Oh, look at KFC. He is really close to Ticket, but I don't think KFC is using a lot of ERS.
As I think, yes, Tick will have the DRS, and he's using his ERS early to try to get a good lead. IB does not use his ERS to catch him. So
let's see Ticket on the inside.
The curb here is
braking late.
Easy spin on it. He late brakes. IB goes behind.
Oh, really nice overtake from Ticket.
So
late braking.
Yeah, Ticket's a good launch of like.
Look at KFC. He is looking to make a move on Ben. I think KFC is running a bit more downforce as well, because look at him. He is gaining on the drivers in sector 2, where your downforce play more the part.
Coming into the fast left-hander, he slid a bit, so he definitely lost time there. But it doesn't affect him, as the 2 are battling in front, so they'll be slowed. Oh, he gets a bit of oversteer there. As they come down into the smallest straight of connecting to turn 17. This is not a DRS area, so...
yellow in sector 2? Oh, it's 10k!
10, unluckily spinning. He doesn't, I don't think he has wing damage.
Oh, and look at KFC, he's losing a lot of time on the straights.
I think 10, because of the slip behind, he doesn't have any slipstream or DRS, so he is just a sitting duck here at this moment in time. But as you see from each lap, they're on and off about what positions they'll be in. Can 10 get a good launch up here? Yes, he does, a way better one than IB. And not enough to get him out of the slipstream or the DRS range.
I think these...
Put him ahead. He gets a bit of oversteer IB, but he's fine. But he's going to get DRS up here. He doesn't use ERS, so I don't think he's looking to battle as hard. He is gaining on tick coming into the...
he's not close enough, so he needs to back off and wait for the right moment.
He's just saving his ERS for another battle. As Michael, who on the soft, so he is far behind.
Yeah, he's going for another pit stop.
Tick will probably pitch soon in the area.
I don't think... I'm not sure if they are going for another pit stop. I don't think they will. I think they will stretch till the end.
They'll probably try to stretch the tyres, but if they wanted to play the longer game, they might have run on the hards.
Yeah.
The medium tyres don't last as long for 10 laps.
I think medium tires will be able to last for 14-15 laps. If they have to, because they pitted in lap 6 or 5, so they have to stretch it 16 laps, 14-15 laps. So
I don't think they're going to make it to the end on these tyres if they're going to keep battling, because it will drain the tyre wear, because they'll be left and right.
Look at KFC, he is really closing in to Ben. At the downforce section, he is closing in.
He doesn't use ERS, so I don't think he's looking for an overtake yet. No,
he just wants to wait for the right move, right moment.
Yes, they head up to Eau Rouge, which is going to be happier for the drivers next season, since the runoff area for the outside has been extended, so there'll be less chance of hitting the wall, but there is still the chance there. As Ben still stays behind Tick.
Look at Brent, and look at Billy. We have a three-way battle, and Brent going on the outside now with a really great move, making a move, and now he is really pushing to get past Famrod as well. Brent not being able,
really close behind him.
Really looking close. Oh, hits the back of his car, and look at Billy.
Trying down the inside. He's now sticking behind, but it's Billy, number 69, chasing after DTR.
Oh, Brent is really pushing forward. Look at him at the tail of Famrod Pry.
I think there's another bit of contact.
Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that.
Oh, he might have done there. He got another bit of contact. Fam is clearly slower than Brent.
Oh, the runs wide, and there's Brent. And I think Famrod just thought, let him go. No need to fight this driver.
Fam is also giving the space to Billy, who's the reserve. He's
but
a Division
he did a really good job, Famrod, because he took a lot of. Oh, Ticket is in the pits.
He's on the soft, so he's going to try and go to the softs on the end.
Oh, interesting strategy call by Ticket. Losing a lot of time. I think a few drivers will try to stretch it till the end. And look at Billy. He overtook Brent. But I think going through a Rouge right now, Brent is at this really close to Billy. So this will be an easy overtake.
KFC is now right behind Ben, so his waiting has been rewarded. He gets a purple sector 1, so he's pushing to catch the
look at Brent, of course he is getting past Billy for P3.
We're going to be watching the gap to KFC from DTR, because you can clearly watch that DTR Brent will definitely be pushing, and that gap will momentarily close in unless Billy continues to fight DTR. Because there's only about 7-8 laps left, and so some drivers are going to start getting a bit hungry for position before the race ends.
Will they go for another pit stop, the top 2, or will they stretch it till the end? I mean, we have 6 laps, 7 laps to go. will you just try to take care of your tires? I mean, Ticket is 17 seconds behind.
Ben's tyres are 9 laps old, considering RPMs are 10, so RPM might want to try pit early, since he'll be on the overcut, and Iben might want to pit early.
And they're still continuing, so I don't think they will be making another pit stop. They will go till the end.
Oh yeah, they'll try go to
Definitely.
the end. But oh, Billy's got a penalty for multiple warnings. Someone's in the pits. That's Alex. No, that's Kay. Sorry, he's boxing probably for new tyres.
But let's have a look at the battle for P1. KFC going through Rouge, picking up the slipstream from Ben. Ben have a little sliding moment. Look at KFC. He's picking up the DRS. He is going for the battle for the lead, and he gets past.
He gets past.
He breezes past, and that's an easy overtake.
As I'm watching the dash of Ben, he has low ERS.
And let's have a look at the tires of KFC. They're not looking too bad actually. So I think a little bit of graining on the left front, but I think they're only 40% at the moment, or maybe even lower. I'm not sure.
But RPM's definitely getting ahead. Although he's on the older tyres, he's probably got more momentum or less wear, because he's been looking after his tyres, watching the battle ahead, and his waiting has been paid off. But DTR is getting a lot more hungry now, since he wants to try get far away from Pete, who is his championship rival, who also is not here again today. So he hasn't been 2 races in a...
Yeah, he's currently in the podium positions. He's good. So if he doesn't make a pit stop, he is comfortable on this place.
DTR probably will get driver of the day, unless someone else does a better overtaking performance than him.
And KFC, oh, he is really flying on these tires.
Yeah,
KFC is starting from 10th position. He is flying away from everyone else. His race pace is immense. And
still the fastest lap. He's on the softer.
Yeah, but he is still 16 seconds away. I don't think that's going to be enough with 6 laps to go.
7 seconds away from Billy, so he might want to try catch Billy to try give the Mercedes team a 3-4 or you know a 2-3 if he's lucky. But he needs to do some serious catching, although he's on a fresher tyre compound. His tyres are very fresh. They're only 1 lap old, so
Alex as well.
He's going to try catch. So is Fam, he's also on fresher tyres. Alex and Case are on brand new tyres, so yeah. But Michael's softs are 8 laps old, so they are dying. So I don't think he was right on the strategy this session.
Yeah, I've been. I'm watching the. Alex is closing into Famrod. Of course, he is on those fresh soft tires. So Alex will. So is Famrod. So this is a battle for the position.
The only difference here is his tyres are 1 lap fresher, so he's got, on the long game, he's got better tyres, unless he looks after them poorly. But he is trying to catch Fam, but he's closing in on Fam. So
and Fam also got a penalty.
Yeah, he also has a penalty. So if he stays behind Fam or gets ahead because of good timing, or Fam gets another penalty, so he doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I think he wants to catch Tankade, because Tankade is still in P6 after that spin.
He had to decelerate a bit there because he was getting really close to Fam.
Look at Alex.
He's going to try and move down the inside here. No, he doesn't.
I think he just needs to wait. I don't think he don't need to take too many risks. Just stay right behind him. Have a focus on those exits and stick with him. Oh yeah, Fam is letting him go. Oh, smart move, but
a respectful move considering his penalties. But
yeah, but
very close to.
Into turn 1, you just want the slipstream on Eau Rouge. Look at Fam. He's 5 tenths within 5 tenths, and that's probably be enough for an overtake. or not?
He's not pushing for.
No, he's not pushing. No, he's not using your ass. So he's just sticking right behind. No need to take too many risks.
Back up to the lead.
It's getting darker.
It is. So I think the clouds are closing in. So maybe trying to rain at the end of the session. But KFC is closing in on.
Yeah, KFC's really close. They're switching positions after positions, lap after lap. So let's see and stay on board with KFC.
RPM has looked after his tyres a lot better, but I think he's starting to feel the pressure as he's been overtaken earlier on. He was in first before, but he'd been overtaken by Ben, probably from the Route DRS.
Will we go for a move into the best of chicane? No, he's waiting. He doesn't need to take many risks. Ben is defending the inside line, and KFC is looking to have a good exit, and he has. And will this allow? And Ben is backing off, so Ben is just playing the smart game here.
Oh, Billy's out.
Billy's out. Will we have a late safety car? Yes, we have.
Yes, we do.
Oh my goodness!
Very interesting.
Everyone's bidding for the softs, or will they stay out? This is going to be interesting.
I think some people are on the pits. Yes, 10's dived into the pit.
Yeah, really good choice.
I think Tick may have wanted to also pit because his tyres are old, but only by 3 laps. But
yeah, but if he doesn't pit, I think he can retake the lead with only 2 laps to go, probably. No DRS being enabled.
Alex did
it will be a gamble.
Very fresh, and because of that, he's going to be behind Tick. But currently, this is going to be helping DTR Brent, although his tyres are
definitely.
Old. He has got the skill to be on the pace, and he knows how to use tyres well.
This is going to be in favor of Brent, definitely.
Yeah, this may give him the win here.
But then again, you only have 2 laps. So, if you take too many risks and hit a curb too aggressively, you can easily lose it as well. So, it's a really difficult track.
Yesterday, this was the same scenario for Division 5. There was a very late safety car, and they only had like 2 racing laps. And Hammers UK, one of the Division 5 drivers, managed to keep his cool and take the win here at Spa. He was in the Ferrari team, but sadly the Ferrari team is currently just back of the grid. Michael not having a good race. He started pretty well, but he just lost positions because of a spin out and another pit stop.
He pitted. So let's see what the front runners will do. If they will not make a pit stop, they are going to have a really hard time defending from all these soft runners. So I think they will go for a pit stop. Yes, they will. And Ben isn't. Ben isn't pitting. He's going for track positions into the last couple of laps.
Brent is also pitting.
Brent is also pitting. I think it's going to be a smart move. But look at Ticket. He's not pitting as well.
He is far enough to do it to keep him P4. But bearing
he just taking over P2. But he just needs to stretch these tires. 2 laps. And you're good, because I think the safety car will be going in this lap, so everyone needs to pick up the pace.
The problem for Tick is that RPM's now on fresh softs, but so is DTR, so that's going to be a problem for everybody else up in the top
this is
3.
going to be exciting.
This is going to be some great action. It was pretty boring in Division 5 yesterday, but this is handing some great last lap action because it's dry. It's one of the quickest drivers here on the soft compound, and it's also the top 2 are an older compound, so this is going to be, yes, as you say, very interesting for some last lap battles.
Who do you think is going to conquer that win?
I think Brent has a chance, unless KFC or...
I think KFC is going to grab it. I think KFC is showing really macho racing, waiting for the right moment. I think he goes to switch that mode to aggressively right now. He is on the right strategy. He is in P3 on the fresh softs, knowing that he has better traction out of that corners. So I think KFC is my favorite to get this win, because Brent is on the same tire, but I think KFC on race pace is on another level today.
Yeah, so hopefully if Brent plays his cards right, he'll be able to just overtake everybody in 2 laps. He's proved his pace is good on fresher tyres in Singapore, and he only lost victory because of a penalised car in Austria.
And a safety
In
car.
this lap, so there's
Whoa.
going to be 3 laps remaining, including the final lap.
Two laps.
I don't know the thing. I thought it's 3, including the last lap. But 2 laps remaining. So this is going to be interesting. DTR Brent is warming his tyres, so he's going to want them to be optimum temperature if he wants to get a good launch. And we're all just waiting on Ben, the leader. He's got the pace. He controls the pack pace.
We don't have DRS, so
I don't think DRS will be activated for the rest of the race.
So you have 2 laps to use all of your ERS to defend. But let's see, Ben, when is he going? Just have a look at him on his POV. When is he going? I think he's going to. Yeah, he's going very late. I think.
He's going to try on the corner.
Yeah, I think he's going.
And he's going now. So we are racing for the last.
A really good launch from Ben.
As I'm going to watch DTR. He's going to stick behind and probably use his leftover ERS. He has quite a lot of ERS from the safety car. So he's going to want to be using
look at KFC already really close, having a really good accident after turn 1, really looking to pick up that slipstream and use all of his ERS to get past as quick as possible, because he has only 1 lap remaining to tick it after this one. Look at KFC, is he going for a late lunch? I don't think he is, he's still waiting.
I think DTR's playing it smart and trying to
survive
the battles ahead, so he can snatch up the victory when they're not looking, if he can get to the victory in
If
time.
Ben is going to win this one, this will be amazing.
This will be good for the Aston Martin team, as he wasn't here last week.
Look at Brent. Look at Brent, really closing into KFC. Look at Ticket, also closing into Ben. Ben is really struggling on those old mediums. Oh! It's going to be very tight. Oh my god, no! RPM spins!
He breaks. RPM's race is officially over. He could have had extraordinary points today.
Look at Ticket.
Tick just killed him. But
Yeah, now Brent is the favorite.
Oh!
Oh no, Ben!
This is going to be a Mercedes 1-2. Never mind. Look at Alex coming in out of nowhere.
Alex in. Oh!
Outside.
Oh my goodness. This is.
I think Alex may have
look at Brent.
snatched the win here.
Brent. He is
Brent
looking to have a go on the
behind.
end.
Oh,
Brent.
him.
Oh, he pushed him. Oh, he needs to give back that position, because that's not fair.
Will Brent give the position back? That's the question.
No, I don't think so, but.
No, he won't give the position back, so that's going to be down to the hands of the marshals. I don't think the marshals were particularly happy with the esports driver for him pushing Alex off track. Although Alex is still on the podium, he missed out in Singapore for a podium.
Yeah.
He is probably not. I don't know if he should be fighting still, because his teammate gives the position. So.
Fanrod is out.
I think James just gave Tick a call and told him to get out of the way.
Yeah, of course, Brent is leading the championship, but he pushed off Alex off the track, so
he probably gave himself a penalty, like a late penalty. So unless
we'll see what the stewards decide.
Yeah, unless so 10 has got in front of Alex, so he might be on the podium here. He was
really
I think he
strong
won
drive.
I think he won Austria 10. I'm not sure, I can't remember who won, but he is overtaken Alex, and Alex is once again out of the podium. But Tick is now going to be defending the cars behind, so it gives DTR a clear run, but I don't think they have any chances of catching DTR now.
DTR pulling a really big gap. Really big gap.
DTR just sat behind.
10K picks up a 3-second time penalty.
So never mind, Alex is
going to be on the podium then.
On the outside of 10, he's not giving the space. Well, he is giving the space.
Oh my god, Alex, no!
Alex!
Oh no!
Alex could have got a podium, but he was pushed off by 10. He did not want to give that position.
And Brent takes the fastest lap as well and wins the race. Ticket in P2, Tankade in 3, KFC in 4th, Cassell in 5th, Michael Tip in 6th, losing his entire front wing. Really great recovery.
all I can say is there's going to be some arguing in Discord, and there probably will be some penalties handed out after the race.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to see the driving, to see this driving in the last 2 laps, because the respect on track before was better.
Yeah, the drivers were getting really hungry to get positions at the end of the race, and 10, he did not want to give Alex, the driver behind, the position at all. Like, he full on firstly shoved him off track, then bumped him so he'd go into the wall and crash. So hopefully there is some rightful penalties handed up for some drivers who just showed some unsportsmanlike behaviour, just, you know, at the end of the race, because although it's the end of the race, you still need to show some respect to the other drivers around, because he clearly had a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not used to this racing, because usually this division is so clean. The racing is really good to watch. So a little bit disappointed of the last laps, but we move on, and next week we are racing at Baku. DTR Brent is taking the win in front of Ticket, his teammate. 1-2 for Mercedes, Tankade in 3, KFC in 4, Castell in 5th, Michael in 6th, Bumpton in 7, Alex in 8. Of course he DNF, but I think there will be a lot of discussion about that. Stewart in 9, Swifty Ryan in 10, Famrod, Ben, It's Billy, Quinna, and the rest of them all DNF'd. Thank you, Phantom, for being with me today. Looking forward to the next race, where we are racing at the circuit, or I mean the street circuit of Azerbaijan. What do you think?
Yeah, I quite like Baku, so I'm in Division 3, so I'll be quite looking forward to racing there, since it is one of my favourite tracks. Although I'm not as good as some people, it's quite a good track there, so I'll be looking forward to see the action and to be driving there next week.
Who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day, what's a tough one? I'm going to give it to Tick, because, no, it's either Tick or Ben, because they were doing some amazing racing with each other, and they were doing it really cleanly. They didn't kill each other, they didn't spin out at all, and they're providing some really good entertainment whilst also doing an amazing job at racing.
Okay, so I think we both agree on Ticket to be the driver of the day.
Yes.
Well, let's thank you all. Thanks everyone for watching, and let's see them next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.